Ty, what's up, Tyler? It's good. What's up, Carla? I just sent you an invite, Reg. Don't worry about it. How was y'all day? I hope y'all had a good day today. Reg, what you doing? Oh, that's sweet. You was all. Wish I was all. I think I'm on Friday, though. I seen y'all was partying in the salon,
Okay. All right.
Charlie. Y'all was
Talib, what's going on?
in the salon.
Big Tokyo, what's up?
I saw. That's good. The camera good, Reg?
Yeah, the camera good. And okay, Robin, you looking better.
All right.
Peaches. Here we go. Now everybody look a whole lot better. Everybody looking better. Are y'all ready? We started a little late. 6 minutes. 6 minutes behind. That means you got 6 minutes more fun. Y'all know what it is. It's the Homeboys Conversation. We gathered with two guests from Disaster Dating 101 podcast. Two good friends of mine, Miss Natasha, the creator, and Robin. What's going on?
Hey, guys.
Been a long time since y'all been on the show, so I know y'all got a lot of input to put on all of these topics that I done found for the week. I know y'all got them. I'm going to go ahead and kick it off since we started late. I'm going to start the story off like this. Gentleman got home one night, woman videotape. Y'all know how people do it. Seems like they always got to record everything. Even though T thinks most of these recordings be fake, which some of them might think. But a guy got home from a guy's night out. His girlfriend sitting on a couch, of course, recording it, and she was like, "Oh, I thought you was going out with your homie." He like, "I did." She popped up the phone, and the video comes up. The video was of him out at the club dancing with some females. He like, "What you talking about? I'm just dancing." She said, "But I thought it was you and your friend." He said, "If you look in that video, what's name? A couple of my friends are around." He said, "The chick happened to come up." He said, "All we was doing was dancing." Of course, the girl become livid, mad, tell me some pack your stuff. That's the first thing some women do, because now in her mind, he cheated. So I'm gonna ask you. I'm gonna start with the ladies. If you was to catch your mate dancing with the opposite sex at a club, is that a form of cheating, Tasha?
No.
No. Why not?
Because, I mean, when you go out and you dance, that's like anytime, like me and Robin, we go out. Like, you know, you dance with somebody, that's not a form of cheating. Some people may be friends. Somebody may just be somebody random. I mean, you dance, you dance. As long as y'all not touching and kissing up on each other, you good.
So what if they touch her?
I mean, like touching, not just.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. Robin?
Yeah, I agree. It's not a form of cheating because, like Tasha said, we go out, and we know a lot of guys. So it's like, for me, I know I'm going to be dancing too, but I'm always going to keep it respectful. So if he's dancing, I expect him to dance and have fun. I agree with Tasha said. As long as you're not kissing and there's no touching of the body parts and stuff, then yeah.
Okay. T, how do you feel you was to catch your girl, a woman that you're dating in the club, dance some dude dancing all up on her? She throwing it back. I'm always going to dance with you.
I don't think it's cheating. I don't see it as cheating, but I feel like it should be a certain level when it comes to dancing with others when you're in a relationship. Like, he shouldn't be all up on her butt and all that. You know what I'm saying? Too much. 'Cause I know how that goes. So, I mean, I don't think it's cheating, but if I catch her, I would feel some type of way. I would. You know, that's just the jealousy part, the territorial part. But I don't think it's cheating, though. After I say what I say or whatever, I might make a joke about it. I might just be like, yeah, I seen you was all on that dude up in the club. You know what I'm saying? I might do something like that. I ain't going to take it too serious, though.
I guess I'm the only jealous for on this guy that gonna join. It's not a form of cheating, but my attitude gonna be I'll be up here. I don't care. I don't want no nigga dancing all on my girl. You go to the club, you go down.
Let me ask you this. Are you in the club or you see a video?
No matter how it's done.
If I'm in the club, I just simply walk up to my girl, grab her hand, and I start dancing with her.
Yeah. But even if I'm not in the club, whether I'm in the club or I see a video, if I happen to see this, I'm gonna be in my feelings. I'm not gonna see it as just innocent. That's just me. I don't see it's just a form of like if it's a stripper. Like, I don't want no dude all grinding on my girl behind, even though we got clothes on. I just feel like it's too offensive. If you're in a relationship, I just feel like there are boundaries that you have to set. If you're willing to be in a relationship, you need to already know these are things that I should not be doing. Me and my girls go out, you and your girls need to dance together. Fellas go out, fellas need to two-step by themselves. Like, I don't see that as being appropriate.
Man, so you telling me if you go out, Reg, and a nice-looking young lady come up to you and start dancing on you, you gonna push her off? You like, oh, I can't.
If I'm in a relationship,
yeah.
Get him.
It all depends. If I feel like I'm gonna get caught or not. Want to be honest? I think it all depends. But let me say this: if I would have, let's say I assume that there's a possibility that my girl could come in this same club, then yes, I would. Because I'm going to assume she's going to feel the same way I would feel if the shoe was on the other foot. So if I, like I said, if I felt like it's a possibility I could get caught up with some stuff, then no. Because if I'm assuming she's going to be just as angry if the shoe was on the other foot. That's just all. That's how I feel. What would they say in them comments, T?
Nothing. Oh.
Yes, they are.
They all saying stuff. Y'all be quiet a little bit. It depends on how you, Talib said it depends on how you dancing. Jazzy Meek said it's called a minor cheat and how intimate the dancing. Big Tokyo said, I agree with you, Tata Endless. Tata Endless said, my man shouldn't be all over no other woman. Whole lot of letters said, it's not cheating, but it's definitely a level of respect. Big Tokyo said, right T. Tata Endless said, me too, Reggie. Jazzy said two-step is appropriate.
I just,
Reggie.
yeah, I just feel like it's a level of respect, and I don't date me if you feel like you need to go out to the club and dance with other niggas. I can't dance.
I will say this though, Reg. My girl not going to no reggae club. No. I see how they dance, and that is cheating.
That is cheating. Yeah, exactly.
American club.
Yeah,
No Jamaican
exactly.
club, no that.
That's a sign of cheating because they be down there effing with their clothes
Yeah,
on. I would never. Yeah. Okay. It was anonymous. I was looking at a post and it was anonymous, but a guy wondered he was struggling with something that happened as far as with his relationship. He said he met a woman, she already had a couple of kids. After about a year of dating, they moved in together. At that time, the kid's father would come over frequently. He was, a very active dad. After a year of being in a relationship, she got pregnant, they got engaged, they were about to get married, so they ended up buying a new house. When they bought the new house, of course, the dad came over and the kids were, of course, happy, like, hey, dad, come see our room. Basically, when the father comes over, he just casually walks through the house. Go see the kids, go to each room, it's not that big of a deal because that's what he was doing in the last house. The husband, the new fiance, broke it up to his fiance and was basically like, look, I don't really feel like it's appropriate, this, that, and the third. I don't like this dude just walking through here whenever he come over. We're going to have to set some boundaries. The new wife basically said, you didn't say nothing in the last house, and you basically like, I don't see the problem. The kids love him over here, and we're two active parents. And she basically told him if he have a problem with it, he should address him. He basically told him also that was your house and wasn't mine. But now that we both own this house, I think you should say something to him before he gets out of hand. She basically like, it's on you. So I'm going to start with you, Robin. But you can't use your kid's father as an example. But do you think that was an appropriate situation? How would you have handled it had you and your kid's father been in a much better place?
If we are, we are in a much better place now, but I know what you mean. I don't know. But no, you've got to establish boundaries because that's what they brought together. It's different when it was her house, her rules, but now it's like, okay, they brought this together, and he needs to establish the boundaries. Boundaries have to be set. Like, you can still come over and see your kids, but you can't just be lollygag, like free walking through through our house and stuff. And I feel like, either one day address them together because it is together their house. Like, and that, even though she's the mother of their kids, but since that's the house too, for him to have some ownership of it too, I really think they set the kid's father's like, look, you can still come and see the kids, whenever, but let's get on a schedule, a routine, because this is a new, this is new for everybody, still respecting everybody, but boundaries have to be set.
Exactly. T, how you feel about that?
I feel like he went about it the right way. I would have went to her first and expressed how I felt. I wouldn't have told her that she needed to say something to him because I would have still said something to him myself after I let her know. I would have been basically telling her that I'm about to say something to him. You know what I'm saying? Instead of just like surprising her and then she feel like I'm being disrespectful, I'm starting trouble, stuff like that. So I probably would have went to her, said what I said, and be like, yeah, now I'm about to go say something to him. I don't got no problem with him coming to see his kids, but he can't just be walking around the house because it's both of our house now. I didn't have no say so at first. Now I do. So, yeah, that's how I would have carried that situation.
Okay. Now, but let me ask you this, T. You don't have any kids, but had you had some, would you feel like you should be able to freely walk around your ex-house if the kids are still living there?
Absolutely not. I don't need to walk around my ex-house. I'm there to see my kids, not her house. I just go see the kids.
All right. Tasha?
I agree with everybody, but I kind of feel like they should address the dad together as a unit. Since that is supposed to be their house together, they should be addressing the issue together. And I don't feel like even if they have been together for as long as they've been together, the dad shouldn't even have an issue with it unless she knows something that the husband don't know.
Mhm.
Yeah. I agree with y'all, but let me also, be as transparent as possible. I've done that. Like my oldest daughter walk around his house like, nigga, I wish you would. But again, the first part, it was her house, her place. And I literally would do that. You know what I'm saying? Over time, as they became a unit, I literally didn't really go in the house. And of course, my daughter got older. As my daughter was hitting teens, it was no need. So I definitely agree. But on the flip side, if I had a problem with the whole issue, I would address it in the first house. If me and you are dating and you agree that I can move in, then that means you're saying this is both of ours. So, or especially if I'm there and I'm actually contributing to building this, that, and the third, then yeah, this is both of ours. And if I got a problem with that, we need to address it now. I think that's my only problem. And I understood her point. It's like, you could have said something then, so we could have been nipping this in the butt now. And that's my only issue. Like, yeah, I would have said something from the get-go. We're not going like years down the line, a baby and a future marriage, and now I got to address your husband. Talk.
But some people just be randomly letting dudes stay in their house like consistently. Like in and outdoor. I'm just saying. So maybe that you moving in, even though you feel like you contributed, some other people feel like that too. So that's probably why it may not have been addressed the first time.
Okay.
Jazzy said, I agree, man to man. She also said it's not inappropriate, but as a woman, I'm staying out of it. She also said my ex walked around my house. Let me scroll up. Big Tokyo said, respectfully, ain't no walkthrough around these parts once I'm in a relationship.
That's the truth. That's why I said I just feel like it should have been nipped in the butt in the beginning. And again, like I said, I've done it. I've actually done it, and over time, and you want to know the strange thing? I never was told I couldn't do it. Because like T said, my only thing is my daughter. I don't give a damn about y'all in our relationship, so my only concern was her. So at that point, my daughter was old enough to come outside, I'm outside, I'm waiting for you. Like, so yeah. Okay. A couple was married for 8 years. They were in their late 30s when they got married, and they gave up trying to have kids. Eventually, they felt like their life was fulfilled. They came from big families. They was cool. Over time, the wife heard about a group. And once I heard this, was a group called Maca Group. Have you heard about it, T?
Maca?
It's called Maca Group. Maca Group.
Yeah.
It's a hormone, and it's like fertility hormone. Now, they both agreed that they didn't want to have kids after a certain time because also as they got older, they said the kid could develop possible issues and all types of problems when they get older. So they were cool. Eventually, the wife heard about the group, and guess she wasn't really over it. She began to take it. And I'll be doing to her husband because once they decided that they wasn't going to have kids, they started by protecting themselves. He stopped thinking it was going to be difficult. Like, no more pull-out game. Y'all know how it is. No more pull-out game, no more stuff like that. She eventually got pregnant. She told her husband, of course, she thought he was going to be excited. She told him all, about the root and this, and the third. And he actually was livid. He actually felt like they were in a better place, financially, everything. And he felt like she was deceitful. Do y'all feel like she done something wrong, even though it's her body, her choice? T?
Sorta, kinda. When it comes to like having kids and you putting something in your body that can enhance that and possibly make that happen, I feel like you should have a talk with them before you start taking that, because that could happen. You know what I'm saying? That's just me personally. If you're taking something that can affect us both, then we should talk about it together. I don't feel like that's a decision that should have been made solo.
Yeah. Tasha?
My thing is, I feel like since they are married, you know, you made an agreement. This is something that you two discuss together. Yes, it is your body, it is your choice, but as a married couple, this is the decision that you two made, because I mean that can ruin your marriage, you know.
Mhm.
So I think that she should have, like, you know, hey, let's talk about this again. This is how I strongly feel. Like, I really want this. And I feel like maybe he would have been supportive if she, you know, expressed how she really wanted a child, you know. So, yeah, I mean, he does have every right to be upset, because that was something that they should have discussed before she started taking it. Even though it is her body, you two are married.
Yes. Robin?
Yeah, I agree with the two. You know, communication is key. I see this a lot with my patient load that's coming to me with relationship where it's like similar situations like this, because you're no longer single. You're in a partnership. So you got to have these conversations and be on the same page. And, you know, when it's not, it just goes left. And that could be a ground to end the marriage.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree with all y'all. I really felt like you should have said something. And I think that's the problem when people are not being totally honest. Like it's almost like dating and you're not totally honest about you ever wanting to get married. That happens a lot where people be like, oh no, I'm cool with us never being married, and you talking about 2-3 years down the line and you start saying, this ain't gonna work for me. And somebody's looking crazy, like, what do you mean? Like, we've been fine. Like, I thought we agreed to that. So I think that is a bad thing when you're not totally honest in a relationship and telling a person how you really feel, what you truly want, and holding on to it if it continue to, like, irritate you. See?
Jazzy said, yes, communication is essential to a relationship. Tata Endless said communication is key. Also, macaroon is also for men too, as well. It boosts your libido. Another thing.
Yes, I know. I mean, when I heard about it, when I heard what she was taking, I immediately was like, oh yeah, that's exactly what she's supposed to do for her. Because when I'm hearing it,
I didn't know females could take it or whatever, right? Until one day, a girl told me that she was at a party and the dude put maca root in the drinks.
Oh,
and the girls like, turned on and stuff.
It turned, exactly.
I said, y'all know that's, like, they was cool. They was acting like they was cool. And I said, but you know that's like date rape, right? Like, him doing that.
Because it boosts your hormones all the way around. Yeah,
like,
because this situation also, and I thought about it, I said in the man point of view, it's like a woman dating a guy and a dude going to get a vasectomy without her knowing.
Mm-hmm.
That's the same thing. Like, you just went and just took away options. But, you know, okay. So another couple been married for quite some time. They don't say time. They've been married for quite some time. And during the first pregnancy, the woman had it was real hard on her, so she had to stop working. They end up having 2 more kids, and during that whole entire stretch, she stopped working. He basically paid the bills. He didn't have a problem with it because over that time also he continued to get promotion, and they actually lived okay. But one of the woman's pastimes was scratch tickets. She ended up getting a scratch ticket and winning close to $500,000. After, buying a new car, taking the family on a trip, she kind of, and taxes and everything, she kind of had close to about $200,000 left. The husband basically said, hey, look, since you got this money, you should go ahead and pay off the house so we can free and clear, and I ain't got to work all these hours. The woman declined, saying, look, you've been paying the bills all this time, it ain't been no problem. What's the issue? If I pay off the house, I need to stop moving this new tripod. If I pay off the house, it's only going to leave me with about $50,000 left. And I wanted my own money. He basically said, okay, if that's how you feel, then you need to go back to our original agreement when we first bought the house, was you pay half the bills. She declined, and of course it caused friction. Tasha, I'm going to start with you. Which side would you side with?
I don't know. That's hard. It's not hard because
not hard.
It's not. I mean, again, we go back to this marriage. and it's an agreement. You two are together. So, I mean, I would not want my husband to work as much. You know what I'm saying? So I know me, I would help contribute to the house. So yeah, and even if you, like you said, they had the original agreement for her to chip into the house, I would feel that she would, instead of doing all these trips, she would chip into the house. So I guess I agree with the husband.
So would you have paid off the house with the
I
money?
wouldn't have paid off the house. I would have put some money towards the house, but I wouldn't have paid off the whole house.
Robin?
But if you paid off the house, or they had 50,000 left, you said?
She felt like she would have had 50,000 left. Understand the concept. This is her money. She felt like she would have had 50,000 left.
See, I would have, you know, I would have, I'm with the husband.
Okay. T, let me.
Well, we married, me and Unit. We won the lottery. We won the lottery, okay? Turn that me into a we, you know? Secondly, I would have divorced her. I ain't gonna lie. I'd have divorced her. Now what? I take half of that 200,000 you got right there. I've been paying all bills, I've been working. I'm taking half of that now, so I'm gonna divorce her because money changes people, and you see how selfish she really is deep down inside. That's y'all house. You don't want to pay your house off, so you don't have no debt or nothing like that. 50K, you still could do something with 50K. You could reinvest it. You could do something else. You gotta think big. You gotta think big, B.
You're thinking too slow.
She being selfish. So I would have just divorced her and just took half of everything she had.
You took that 125?
Yep, I'd have been petty.
Yeah, okay. I guess I agree with all y'all. I'm with the husband also. I feel like you need to. I'm not totally with Tasha because I feel like you should pay the house off. If I've been taking care of you for about the last 8-9 years, I need to turn this tripod off. This tripod be moving on its own. If I've been taking care of you and the kids, 3 kids for the last 8 years, why wouldn't you want to take the burden off me? The guy that made your life easy, allowed you to be able to.
Until you ask,
you said,
I pay the whole house off.
Yes! I feel like the whole house should get paid off. You ain't had, hold up, T, think about this. You ain't had no money, so it was really my money that brought the scratch on. You ain't even working. It was really my money. So
I said
really
we won the lottery. We won the lottery.
All you paid for, matter of fact, you didn't even pay for the gas to get you to the store to get the lottery ticket. Everything was on me. So to take the burden off of me, I would have thought you would have been like, you know what, babes, I'm good with it. This ours, we good. That way, now you think about it, all the money that's coming in the house is going straight to the bank. We good. At least for monetary, at least the mortgage. Everybody know their mortgage is the biggest payment that most people have. You take that off the table. We live comfortable for some years. Yeah.
Okay. Southern Belle said she for the streets, get rid of her and take half of that. See? Thinking alike. That's what I'm talking about.
Thinking like you, see?
Yeah. Tokyo said, man, I'm getting it out the way now. I ain't never been petty. Exactly, T. She was thinking small. Tata Endless said 100. Then she said, some people are selfish. Tokyo said, exactly. It's getting paid off. I'm getting it out the way. Thank y'all for being intelligent like that. Think big.
Because even if concept, even if worst case scenario happens, let's say, again, we're spending this money, worst case scenario happens, something happened to the husband. Now you got a whole house you got to pay for and try to the snake.
Yeah. And look, if she pay off the house, and something, like you said, something happened to the husband and her, the kids can have the house. It's their house. You got to think about your kids. If you ain't paid the house, you take it.
Yeah. So it's a lot of things. People say, some people be like, you get life insurance for it. But even life insurance, like I said, I got to live, like you got kids, that kid got to live the rest of their lives. Like that life insurance ain't going to take them in the house or all the way through. So yeah. Okay. Tammy had a very serious job. She actually had have, again, another baby mama problem. But she have a very serious job, so she can't always answer the phone. So for people who she deemed important in her life, she gave different ringtones depending on the issue. She actually gave her baby's father a certain ringtone. Sometimes he had the kids, so sometimes if he got the kids and he called, she felt like she got to pick up the phone. When the boyfriend actually found out about this, he was livid. Felt like that was disrespectful. Feel like he don't deserve his own ringtone. And I don't know, But I'm going to ask you, start with you, Robin. Do you feel like that would be an issue when it comes to a ringtone? You're dating a guy and he gave his baby mama a ringtone because he feel like he want to know when she calls, she got the kid.
Yeah, no, it's not an issue. You do what you do. I don't do ringtones because my phone is always on vibrate. But how you operate your phone and who you want to give a ring to each his own.
Okay. T?
Who still has ringtones?
Okay.
I mean, I just got the basic ring, you know what I'm saying? But who still got ringtones? But I wouldn't get mad at that. It depends. What's the song? Is it like Down Low by R. Kelly or something? Or you know what I'm saying? What's the song? For them to be mad at. Cause I don't think I wouldn't get mad at that.
That's crazy.
I should have investigated it more.
I don't agree with that. I wouldn't agree with that.
I would question my boyfriend. Like everybody in the comments was saying, I would really question him because why are you concerned about a ringtone? But I ain't give you one, so now you mad and I ain't give you a ringtone. But I really question my relationship because if you that petty over a ringtone, what else are you gonna be upset about?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
He must have heard the ringtone and went and listened to the song lyrics and ain't like it. What you mean? What you miss them?
I did when I heard the story, I understood why people have ringtones. Like just to, because if I'm not by my phone and most people work from home now, and if they ain't got their phone right beside them and you hear the tone, sometimes you think I can ignore it, but sometimes you say, hold up, that's the kids. I gotta get to it. So I can understand why people still have them. I do have ringtones on my phone. I don't got them set to nobody specific. I just like certain music when my phone go off. I don't know, but I don't see it as being an insecurity like everybody else. I feel like it got to be something else underneath to where you feel some type of way about it. And I think certain people present, you feel intimidated. You feel intimidated. And I'm wondering, is it the woman's job? I'm going to ask y'all this question. Is it the woman's job? I see a lot of people saying the guy's just insecure. But is it your mate's job to make you feel comfortable when you're dating, when you have kids by somebody else, Robin? Is it your job to make somebody that you're dating feel comfortable with, feel comfortable and secure in a relationship when you have kids by somebody else? Mm-hmm. If you understand what I'm saying.
I mean, hopefully I see that he sees that it's like, it's nothing that we really, my situation right now, that we co-parent amicably, and, he's divorced and got kids. So it's like, I don't feel one way or another. Like, I'm already secure on what we have, because at the end of the day, you're a parent, you got to co-parent, you got to talk. Now, if that person crosses the line and you allow it, then that's something. But if from off the jump, this is how we operate, this is how we navigate, then it shouldn't be. Like, it should already be a comfortable status. You shouldn't be, he didn't come into it thinking like, oh, like, what's going on over there possibly.
Tasha.
My situation is a little different than everybody. I mean, technically, when I go to Jersey, I'm staying literally with my baby daddy and his mama and his grandmother in the house. Yeah. I mean, but we lived together when I was pregnant with my daughter, and that's not even his kid. I'm really close with his mom. Like, his mom is like my mother, because I no longer have my mother. So our situation is a little different, because I remember when I was pregnant with my daughter and his girlfriend came over and I answered the door looking at her like, yes. Or it was a time when I had to go to school and he had people, had a girl at, his house when he was where he's at now. And I like tossed him my daughter and I was like, I gotta go. Or, he has my daughter. So my situation is a little different. So I do have to kind of like throw that in, like, when you come here, when I go pick up my daughter, my son's dad may walk past. You may not know it's him, but I'm just letting you know, you may be talking to him and not realize that it's him.
I'm going to just say he's a good nigga. This is a good nigga. You should have still been dating him. It must have been your fault. Like, nah. I'm joking. Josh, I know that's you.
People been actually tapping in the little stuff.
Yeah, see, man, I appreciate everybody tapping the fire emoji, the 100%. Y'all definitely, we definitely appreciate it. Again, I always got to tell y'all, make sure when we post our clips, y'all repost it and share it like y'all repost and share everybody else's clip. We like to get our likes up too. T, do you feel like it's your mate responsibility, make you comfortable in the relationship?
Let me say this first. Your situation is tricky. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't agree with nothing you said. Like, I couldn't see myself in that situation at all. Like,
I dated somebody and it was like, I'm not feeling it.
Yeah, I would be like, look, you cool with this mom. I like it.
Like, you gotta come in the house to see, and once you go in the house, then you'll understand. Because backstory. Before my son and my dad started dating, I was cool. Like, I got close with his family before, like 2 years before we even decided to date. So I've always been cool with his family, and then we started dating. So we were really good friends at first.
This is my solution to that. You cool with his family, he ain't got to be there.
Talk to him.
They can get you a hotel room as a family. You ain't got to stay. I'm coming with you, matter of fact.
No, I'm sleeping on the couch.
But I do feel like it's your job to make the person you're dealing with feel comfortable or feel like they don't have nothing to worry about. Like, I would do that automatically. Like, yeah, this my kid, mom, or whatever. It ain't nothing like that though, but this is how we operate and this is what's going on. You know what I'm saying? I will give them the option to express themselves and let me know if they comfortable with it or not. And we'll just go from there. You know?
Yeah.
I ain't answering no doors or nothing.
Yeah. I'm with you. Like you said, when I'm hearing Taja's story, I'm like, what the huh? Like, people subscribe to this? But me, I think it is your job. I have 2 kids. I think it is my job to make my mate feel comfortable with my kids first. But I've also been in a situation where the woman I was dating didn't think, it was her job. She didn't think she held no responsibility. Probably why the reason why I don't date now. But she felt like it was not her responsibility, that we feel comfortable, and I didn't like that interaction. One time he called, and of course it's just me and her in my house, and she didn't answer. When she didn't answer, that nigga started texting, and I'm like, why is he mad? I'm looking at her, I'm like, why is she mad? She like, I don't know. I said, I do know. I said, because you talk to this nigga too much when I'm not around, and now that I'm around and you can't have no conversation with this nigga that just feels like he's obligated for you to pick up the phone, and now I got the issue, like, that became a huge issue. So I felt like it was her responsibility. I really did. Why are you laughing?
Yes, I haven't heard you say the N-word so much in a long time. That's just
let me tell you this. Slim, this dude is somebody that I see him the day I would slap the taste out of. Me and her ain't dating in about 7-8 years, and I can still catch her baby father. I will slap that dude to this day, to the day. That's how mad
he ain't lying.
That's how mad it was. I would literally see that dude today, and like, if he wouldn't remember, I would walk up, slap the taste out out his mouth and be like, yeah, I was patiently waiting for you, dude.
Look, I hope I'm not right there, because you know I'm going to instigate it. I'm like, hey, Ray. I'm like, hey, Ray, ain't that him right there? Ain't that him over there?
That dude, I still dislike this dude with a passion. Like, I'm going to be honest. I dislike this dude out. But what they say in the comments? I know they had a lot of comments.
Southern Belle said the boyfriend is a whole clown. Big Tokyo said that's just childish. She also said he is insecure. Tata Endless, I guess she was answering my question when I said who still got ringtones. She was like me, laughing emoji. Then she put it depends on the song. Then my bad, y'all. I got to scroll up. Big Tokyo said I don't have songs. I have tones, literally chirps and different ringers. Tata Endless said I have different ringers with the laughing emoji. Chugyo said, now, if it's half on the baby, that's different. I wouldn't get mad at half on the baby. Because they literally get half on the baby. So I wouldn't get mad at that.
I would get mad at half on the baby because that's literally talking about them having sex again. No, I would get my feelings.
And then Tata Ellis, I would want my people to feel comfortable. Tokyo laugh. Josh said he just woke up. Sorry he late. Tata Ellis said, I feel you, T. Then Josh said 100% facts. Josh put till this day. I guess that's for you, Red.
To the day, Josh. To this day. I don't know if they call him YouTube or Instagram, but a dude by the name of Cornell. I don't know if y'all remember, he do like little skits on Instagram, Facebook, you know. Slim guy. One of his skits, you know, the woman calls him and he basically told her he was tired. She like, hey, I want to see you. He like, look, I've been working all day. I'm tired. I'm about to go to sleep. She was like, all right, whatever, and hung up. When he calls back, she immediately blocks him. When she blocks him, he literally goes to sleep. Later on that evening, she comes knocking at the door. When he answers the door, she like, why you ain't contact me? He like, you literally blocked me as soon as I hung up. She said, well, there's Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, all these other ways for you to contact me. So my question to the panel, I'm going to start with you, T, since you actually seen the video. If someone was to block you, a mate of yours, because you couldn't see them, will that make you feel like you need to work harder in contacting them? That's the only question.
Absolutely not. I've been blocked plenty of times. You know what I do? I do this thing called giving people what they want. If a person tell me don't talk to them, don't call them, guess what? I'm not going to call you, and I'm going to wait till you call me. I'm giving you what you want. And then when they call me, it's, oh, you ain't even call me or try to, no, I didn't. You told me not to call you. I did exactly what you said. That's not my fault. You need to be careful who you're talking to like that. That's my answer right there. I was in that situation.
You've been in that situation. Tasha, if your mate was to block you because you was too tired to work, is that a call for help for you to find a harder way to contact them?
I've been blocked plenty of times, so always.
I will say this though, before you finish, I forgot to say this though. I did get blocked before, and I did email the person. I was blocking them and everything. I was blocking them and everything. But this when I was on my crazy shit. I was blocking everything.
That's what she's talking about.
And I remember I had the email. And I was like, oh yeah, and I emailed. Yeah. It worked.
I said I would not do that whole thing, but a couple of months ago kind of had the same situation. I think he claimed he didn't block me, so I did hit him up on something else, and then I did the same thing that he did a month later, and I blocked him, and he sure did hit me up on Instagram did you just block me? I'm trying to reach you. So I was petty a couple of months ago with somebody, so I had this issue, but I said I wasn't going to do it again, but I'm always blocked.
Robin. Who block you? Are you gonna find another way to contact you?
You block me, then it's done. It's a wrap. That's our closure. I'm not chasing you. I'm not going down the pipeline to figure out where you are and what's going on. Usually I'm the one doing the blocking, so I don't ever know if I get
I agree with the I'm not, let me tell you this. If you block me, I'm literally in my feelings. Like, I don't block nobody. If I block you, I hate your guts. Like, that's where I'm at. Because I don't, me blocking somebody, it makes me feel like that person got power over my phone. I don't know. There's something about that just hurts me. I don't block nobody. So if somebody wants to block me, it's offensive to me. That's a slap in the face. Like, because I feel like you telling me that you don't have the communication skills for us to at least talk out our issues. At that point, you don't want to, like, I can't, that's too toxic for me. Like, I don't want to talk. You can keep declining my call. I probably will feel some type of way. You can, but at least I know you'll see the text message. No. Like, you know, people leave text messages on red, but I know the truth that all you do is slide down the browser, read it, and you keep it on red for they don't know that you read it. But I know you read it. So as long as you block me, most likely we ain't gonna talk again. Because
I'm a little crazy.
Take it like a gut punch. Huh?
I'm a little crazy. I like a little spice in my life. So if you block me, you don't respond to the email, I might just pop up at your job or something, just happen to be outside, you know what I'm saying? You know, just because I want to see your face, I missed your face. I just happen to be across the street from your job, watch you come out, you know. Send you a letter.
Hold up, y'all ain't see Tioma's skit? She blocked him on everything, so it became a security at his job. That
wasn't true, though.
That was true.
That's not
he
true.
became security at a kid's school before he could make sure he saw her. Yeah, man, I think it's crazy. What they say in the comment?
Josh, if you block me, then I'm on me time. Is that it? Oh, no. Josh said, I agree, T. Tokyo said, the old me, I was pulling up the mature me. Nah, I'm not letting you live. I'm going to let you live. So she said, when she, back in the day, she would have pulled up on you. Now she'll let you live. She like, exactly, Tokyo, she like, exactly, Reggie, that's how I feel. Tokyo also said, so if it's that serious with all the disrespect, F you. Tokyo says, CT, that's the old me, so I magically appear where you are. And then That's
bad. Okay. So a woman recently, of course, it was it was actually a reel that I seen on Instagram. And a woman was explaining how she has her son, which is 24, I believe, in the video. She has her son pull up to the gas station every week to fill her tank up. She basically was saying, this is how you supposed to raise a young man, this, that, and the third, yada, yada, yada. As the video kept going on, the son pull up, you know, pump the gas, and then third, like, he's going to be a great boyfriend or husband for some people. I didn't agree with it. So, first thing I always do, I love to read the comments because I always like to see how people thinking. And some people basically told her, you need to get a man, stop using your son. Some people told her that was, you know, lightweight abuse. That's not how you train a man to be a better, you know, provider, this and the third. Some people say you're just taking advantage of the situation. But after that, it was like a second clip when the person was bringing, like, the reason why fathers is needed. Statistically showing, they said that, men, 90% of the people, 80% of the people that was in prison, I should have wrote it down, 80% of the people that was in prison come from single family homes. Majority of the times when kids are either raised by both parents or a father by themselves, they're 70% more successful. After telling y'all that whole story, I'm going to start with you, Robin. What is your viewpoint of how that woman actually, I guess, used her son? And do you think those statistics about parents is like needed, like a boy needs a father or kids need their father?
So I think I mishapped some of the story. Maybe I got it all. So you said that her son, her adult son, was out there pumping her gas for her?
would come and pay for her gas every Sunday to make sure she had gas in her tank.
Oh, okay, he's paying for it. And the comments were like that she
Yes.
demands to pay.
Yeah, because she's using him and this, that, and the third.
Once again, how people parent their kids is how they parent their kids. I don't think, because then it's going to be a problem if it's like, oh, then, you know, you're having your man pay for your gas. Like, people are always going to say something about something. Like, I feel like she's doing the best that she can and just, you know, gearing him and, like, you know, molding him for hopefully if he does, you know, like, stand up and what to do. I mean, I know in my household growing up, my dad always pumped my mom's gas. So, like, he never let her touch the gas. And my mom, to this day, she has my brother, who is 50, pump the gas. But that's, too, because my mom doesn't like the smell of gas. So there's a lot of stuff with that. But me being a single mother and having a male son, like, I try to do everything. Like, I show Carter how to open doors. I show him how to, you know, like, take out the trash, recycle, like, stuff like that. But with the statistics, I feel like with prison, I don't know. Like, I don't feel like that's necessarily true, because you can have people that come from a single parent background and they turn out just fine and don't have any issues with the law. And you can have somebody who comes from a 2-parent loving household that ends up in jail. So.
Okay. T.
I don't see no issue with the paying for gas for your mom situation. I mean, if that's the arrangement, that's something he might want to do. Obviously, he don't have a problem with it if he's doing it to this day and he's 24 years old. Then that's fine. That's on them. I mean, if he wanted to change something, he probably would say something about that or whatever. You know what I mean? And as far as the kids needing a father type thing, I think so. It's different when you got, like, I'm not even gonna just say a father, when you got an active male figure in your life, period. You know, because when you just have like a female raising you, y'all more prone to being like sensitive and coddling your child and things like that. Whereas a father or a male figure, they gonna make them figure it out for itself. You know what I'm saying? It's like walking a thin line. But, you know what I'm saying? It's like walking a thin line, but with a male, it's gonna be a little harder. Like, you're gonna have to figure things out on your own. He gonna explain it to you, and you gotta figure that. You gotta do that yourself. You know what I'm saying? He ain't really gonna walk you through it. Whereas a female, you know, y'all will explain it and walk him through it. You know what I mean? Because you don't want to see him fail like that or whatever. The dude really don't. You know, it's on you now. I took you to the whatever they say about the fish and teach a man this and that.
You teach a man how to fish. I know you feed a man a fish, he'll eat for a day, but you teach him how to fish, he'll eat for the rest of his life.
Y'all gonna teach him how to fish, catch the fish, then cook it for him.
Yeah. Tasha?
So I think I'm the only one with an adult child, right? On the panel with the adult boy.
No.
I mean, the adult boy.
Yes. Yes.
For me, I mean, if he wanted to go get his mom gas, that's him. I mean, that may be his way of showing that he appreciates his mother. I know, I ain't gonna lie. I lived in Jersey, and everybody know if you live in Jersey, you don't pump your own gas. So my son was like 10. He started pumping the gas. And honestly, my son and I literally just had this conversation last week because I was down. He goes to college in Florida, and I was just down there. And I took him shopping. And we were walking. It was like an outdoor mall where the parking lot is like the outlets in Williamsburg, where the street is still out there. And I was towards the street. I was like, Dad, you just gonna let me get hit? I was like, you gonna be? You got me. He was like, but you're my mother. And I was like, well, I just know that when you have a girlfriend, if you walk, I'll tell her that I tried to teach you right, but you ain't want. I'll be a mom, and you don't care about me getting hit. So you know, it's like T said, it's the things that your mother will make you notice. As a, son, like, this is what women, like me and my son talk about, the girls that he date and how I kind of show him, like, this is the view for the girl. Like, this is why she's upset. you know, this is what, you know, I'm not telling you what to do, but, you know, try to talk to her this way, you know. So we have those conversations.
Okay. I you know, those type of situations where a parent feels obligated, I kind of agree with the comments, because you have parents like Robin. We could say your mother, but your mother is much older. That her 50-year-old son would come out and pump gas for my 80-year-old mother, because in all actuality, I wouldn't want my 80-year-old mother even driving. So that's kind of a different situation. But for a 24-year-old man who has to attend to his able and bodied mother to kind of be her pet, I do feel like it's slightly advantage taken. I do feel like she's taking advantage of the situation. She's actually using him, and she do need a man. She needs somebody else to take up that type of slack. Again, I agree with T, what he said when it came to why a male is needed and a strong role model is needed. And yes, I feel like that plays a huge part, because I feel like men, we have to see reality through a much realistic point of view. Like you can ask a woman right now, how did she view herself from a scale of 1 to 10? And just off her, like, look, she'll say, I'm a 10. If I say anything contrary to that, everybody will blast me. They ask me the same question, I say I'm a 10, everybody can laugh, joke me, nigga, you're ugly. Nobody will bat an eye. We have to see things through a much more clear glass than women, so we give kids much more of a better reality, a sense of reality, a sense of consequences. Because men basically get pulled over by the cops 9 out of 10 times, we're going to get that ticket. Woman get pulled over, she pretty enough, look good enough, better eye enough, she get out of the ticket. I don't care how many times I bet my eye, he gonna slide me that ticket, and he might give me another one if he thinks I'm flirting. Like, this, are you flirting with me? So yeah, I think the statistics are real. I think that is. I think we men just can feed a kid a whole lot more because we have a much harsher reality than women. That's me. You know. Y'all know what it is. It's the end of our podcast. I'm happy that Robin and Miss Tasha, the creator, came on with us today. But y'all know what time it is. It's time for Dating 101 Card Game. Listen, Robin got about 10 decks from me before.
Literally.
This deck is a good deck right here. Dating 101 Card Game. The 101 card questions that you need to ask your mate. Because this deck is when you're in a relationship. Matter of fact, it's probably before you get a relationship. When you close and y'all know y'all plan on getting a relationship, this deck could definitely be the one you get. But this one, I feel like Siobhan really done this with self in mind. But this is the best card one to get. 101 questions that you should ask yourself. I still think you should do these in front of your mate, because I think these get really more in depth on how you feel and y'all emotions. Y'all can really express yourself. So, Tasha, I'm actually going to give you a choice. Pick 1, 2, or 3.
2.
2? Okay. Okay, good one. I'm going to start with you, Tasha. It says, it reads in, like I said, it's for you, but you, like I said, doing it with your mate is good. Do I have abandonment issues from my past? If so, how am I coping with that?
That's the perfect question.
I know. Did we not just talk about this?
This is the deck y'all need. I keep telling y'all.
I do.
Okay.
Quick background. I lost my stepfather when I was 13. I lost my mom when I was 16, and my dad is currently incarcerated until life, basically. So I have no parents at all. So it's, I struggle. I still struggle with it. I'm about to be 40 in June, and I still struggle with it. Robin and I literally talked about this, 2 weeks ago? Someone I was talking to before was a close friend of mine. We even had this conversation about letting go and really healing these past couple of weeks. So I'm still learning, like, even though I deal with myself, as far as with relationships, it's kind of hard for me to get attached to people, honestly, because of those issues.
Okay. Robin. Now, Robin is a licensed in Maryland, psychotherapist. I like to say psychotherapist because it really make her feel like what she do? She's a psychotherapist. You gotta say that part. But she's a licensed psychotherapist, so I want to hear her part about this.
Yeah, no, you know what? When the conversation that Tasha and I what we had 2 weeks ago, it's like we have this friend. It's the Aquarius in me and the Gemini in her. That it's like we have this connection when something's going on. And for me, older, as soon as about to be 41 in literally 18 days, it's like I feel abandonment issues now because my dad isn't here. Like I just feel like he's deceased, and it's been a lot of time, but I feel like my grief comes in abandonment, and not having family here now, like living in Maryland, not being being away from my family, like not having a sense of like connection, and I just feel lost at times, you know. And then I feel like sometimes when I want a little bit more, and I can even, you know, self-disclose, this is a safe space, like when I'm with, like, you know, the person I'm dating and stuff, and it's like, oh, okay, when I see, like, he's very family oriented, and I love that about him, and I'm like, gosh, I wish I had first cousins and all these people, because my parents did have me older. Like my mom, she's 78, about to be 79. My dad, he would have been 80 something if he was still alive. So it's like my first cousins are in their 60s. Like, you know, like, you know, so it's like I feel like I've been like I miss, like I had a great life growing up, but for me, in that sense of when I realized that I'm really leaning more on my friends, like calling Tasha, somebody who can really understand what I'm feeling like, even though both our journeys are different, you know, and how we were raised and stuff, but being that for one another.
Okay. Keith, do you have any abandonment issues, and how are you coping?
To be honest, I don't even know. It's hard for me to figure out. I can't really decipher that. I'm a troubled person, so I really don't know, y'all. I didn't even want to answer the question because I didn't know what to say.
Especially going out to both of them and the psychotherapist. I literally put you right out there.
Not really, just being honest. I really don't know.
Yeah.
I think I do, but at the same time,
you don't know if you like they affect you.
Like
okay.
I mean, I lost friends, I lost family, and things like that. But I mean, I don't think I got abandonment issues because of that. I mean, it's not like they left me, like
intentionally.
Yeah. Now, if we talking about relationship wise, I feel like,
we talking about everything included: relationships, family, friends, everything.
As far as relationships go, then yeah, I think I do got abandonment issues because, you know, you always got those people who tell you they're gonna be there forever, and there's always this and that. And in my case, I used to take that stuff. That's why I'm crazy now. I used to take that stuff serious and believe it. Like, when they depart, and y'all not even friends no more. When before y'all got together, y'all was like cool. You know what I'm saying? And then for that to happen like that, that make me not trust people and not even want to get in a relationship, because now I feel like if we get in a relationship and it messes up, I'm gonna lose you as a whole. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's what I'm trying to avoid. So I guess I do got abandonment issues.
We're gonna have to see if he can get Kaiser and call Robin so they can have a conversation.
Part time now. I work BetterHelp too. So let me put a plug in there. So I got Kaiser.
Yeah.
And BetterHelp now.
Okay. So y'all got the resident psychotherapist. Y'all got to hit her up. She's wonderful and actually analyzing, like, this is what she get paid for, y'all. She studied hard for this.
You can earn the money messing with me.
You're like, yeah, we're gonna need another session. I think we all have some form of, well, we're not talking about all. I guess I can say I do have some form of abandonment issues, but I don't think it ever affected me. I think I learned how to cope by just coming to the conclusion that, everybody's not going to be there all the time for you. You got to learn to really, I think that's where I came to the coping part, being able to accept people that's leaving my life. Whichever reason it is, by their fault or, intentionally or unintentionally, I learned to accept, hey, that's what people do. Like, I can't sit there and be so hopeful that people are always going to have my back like I will have theirs. Like, I gotta accept the fact that, I seen a therapist years ago. Like, not seeing a therapist. It was like a group setting of some stuff that I had to be in, like a class. Don't judge me. It wasn't no crazy stuff or nothing like that. I can't say it like that, but I ain't saying seeing a therapist is crazy, because it's actually helpful.
Very.
But it wasn't something because of something I was going through. But I seen a therapist one time, and she clearly, one of her statements to me was, Reggie, you got to stop thinking everybody thinks like you. I was like, what? Like, nobody don't think like I think? What are you talking about? Because I would make statements in the class, and I'd be like, because it's common sense. And one day she pulled me to the side, and she said, it's not. She said, it's not. She said, it's common sense to you. She said, because you already thought about it. She said, well, the rest of the class didn't know it was common sense. She said, you got to stop thinking everybody think like you. And that's also when it comes to when people walk out of your life. You got to stop thinking everybody think like you. So, again, this was the question. Go over to Dating 101 podcast page. Go ahead and order your deck. We got 3 different decks, After Dark cards, and of course, little party starter. This is a good one. Man, we thank everybody for tuning in. We thank our guests, Bell, and Robin, for tuning in. I'll never let that name go. I'll never let that go. Well, thank y'all for joining.
Too. That's what it was like. Bell.
Y'all know y'all always welcome to come back anytime y'all want to join. Y'all know I love y'all. Get on there, especially T. Of course, again, we'll see y'all next week. Same time, same bat station.